Hi, everybody. I thought I would do something different this month. I know it's kind of late in the month already, but I thought I would tell you what the book picks are for February's book of the month. So, that's why I'm on my laptop, because lately I've been on my phone. But I have to look down to tell you what each of the books are about. So I thought that's what I would do, and then I'm going to pick out two books. I will let you know what one of the books are, but I won't let you know what the other book is. And you'll find out you'll find out when I buy the book. Okay? So yeah, that's what I want to do today. So I hope you guys don't mind that I'll be looking down on my phone. I'm going to try to be careful because of my tattoo. Because it's sore right now. But let's get started, shall we? I'm going to put my arm on that. Okay, the first book is A Woman is No Man. It's contemporary fiction by Etif, something like that, Rum. I know I'm totally messing that up. I'll tell you what that's about. It says Palestine, how do you say it? 1990. 1990, yeah. 17-year-old Isra, something like that, prefers reading books. Let me find where I was. Reading books to entertaining the suitors her father has chosen for her. Over the course of a week, the native and the dreamy girl finds herself quickly betrothed and married and is soon living in Brooklyn. There, Isra, it's I-S-R-A, struggles to adapt to the expectations of her oppressive, how do you say that, mother-in-law, Faracita, something like that, and strange new husband Adam, a pressure that intensifies as she begins to have children. 4 children instead of sons. Faradi tells Isra she must bear. Brooklyn, 2008. 18-year-old Dia, Israel's oldest daughter, must meet with potential husbands as her grandmother Faradia, something like that, insists. Though her only desire is to go to college. Dia, it's D-E-Y-A, can't help but wonder if her options would have been different had her parents survived the car crash that killed them when Dia, I think it's Dia, something like that, was only 8. But her grandmother is firm on the matter. The only way to secure a wealthy future for Dia, or something like that, is through marriage to the right man. But fate has a will of its own, and soon Dia will find herself on the unexpected path that leads her to the shocking truth about her family. Knowledge that will force her to question everything she thought she knew about her parents, the past, and their future. And let me show you. A Woman is No Man, historical contemporary fiction. I don't know how good you guys are going to see it, but there's the cover for that one. Alright, let's see what is next. The next one is a very popular one I know a lot of people are going to want, and that is On the Upcome by Angie Thomas. That one. Sorry, you guys. Stuff is like popping up on my screen. It's like, what'd you call me? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, everything is like popping up on my darn screen. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't know why stuff is popping up on my screen like that. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but if you did, I'm sorry. But anyways, On the Come Up by Angie Thompson, I mean. There it is. I know a lot of people already know what this is about and stuff. I know I got a bad thing to say. I've never read the other book, The Hate You Give. I haven't read that yet. I know I know. This one says, 16-year-old Brie, wants to be one of the greatest rappers of all time. or at least make it out of the neighborhood one day. As the daughter of an underground rap legend who died before his big hit, Bree's got big shoes to fill. But now that her mother has unexpectedly lost her job, food banks and shut-off notices are as much a part of Bree's life as beats and rhythms, with bills piling up and homelessness staring her family down. Bree no longer just wants to make it, she has to make it. Says on the come up is Angie Thompson's homage to hip-hop, the art that sparkled her passion for storytelling and continues to inspire her to this day. It is the story of fighting for your dreams, even as the odds are stacked against you, of the struggle to become who you are and not who everyone expects you to be, and the desperate realities of poor and working class black families. That one says. The next one is The Winter's Sister, sorry. I keep saying it wrong. I don't know why I keep saying it wrong. By Megan Collins. So, The Winter's Sister. This one is, what did I tell you? I don't think I told you. Thriller. It's a thriller. Okay, it says. 16-year-old Sylvia's sister, Paris phone, something like that. How do you say her name? Penicillin? I cannot say the name. Paris phone, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a Greek word. Like it's Persephone. Synephony? How do you say the name? Never came home. Out too late with the boyfriend she was forbidden to see. How do you say it? Her name was missing for 3 days before her body was found, and years later her murder remains unsolved. In the present day, Sylvia returns home to care for her estranged mother Anna. As she undergoes treatment for cancer, prone to unexplained dark days, even before Persephone, how do you say her name? Persephone? Something like that? I think it's Persephone. Death, Annie's once close bond with Sylvia dissolves in the weeks after their loss, making for an uncomfortable reunion all these years later. Worse, you guys know what I'm talking about. Former boyfriend Ben is now a nurse at the cancer center where Anna is being treated. Sylvia has always believed Ben was responsible for the murder, but she carries her own guilt about that night, guilt that traps her in the past while the world goes on around her. As she navigates the complicated relationships with her mother, Sylvia begins to uncover the secrets that filled their house and what really happened the night Persephone died. As it turns out, the reality will set you free once you can bear to look at it. That one sounds really good so far. That's the one I'm most tempted for. I think, I don't know about, like, on the come up. It looks okay, but it doesn't look like, I don't know, it just don't look like something that I would normally read, but then again, that's kind of a good thing, because I've been trying to go out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. The next one is called, it's a historical fiction, it's called The Age of Light, by Whitney Shara? I think it's Shira. Trying to get it in there. Good, there we go. Trying to see if I could get it closer to the name, but I can't get the name to zoom on. Oh, I can't get the name to zoom on, but that's what it looks like. If I could get it in there better. There we go. That's a better picture, right? There we go. There, now you can see the name. But that's that one. Now I'll read what that one's about. Okay, this one says, I'd rather take a picture than be one, said Lee Miller after she arrives in Paris in 1929. Yearning for a different life and haunted by her past, Lee leaves behind a successful modeling career to pursue her dream of being an artist. She catches the eye of the famous surrealist Man Ray, and though he wants to use her only as a model, Lee convinces him to teach her photography as well. Man Ray what a name, is egotistical, karmazic, how do you say that word, force, and their personal and professional lives become intimately entwined as the lines between maker and muse begin to blur. Lee's story unfolds against the scrumptious backdrop of Bohemity, Paris. Paris. Something like that. Bohemity, Paris, something like that. With nights spent at smoky cabarets, opium dens, and wild parties, and days spent working with Man Ray to discover radical new photography techniques. But as Lee begins to find success as an artist in her own right, Man Ray's jealousy spirals out of control, and soon their mutual betrayals threaten to destroy them both. Told in twined timelines of 1930 Paris and war-torn Europe during World War II, the sensuous, richly detailed debut brings Lee Miller, a brilliant and pioneering artist, out of the shadows of a man's legacy and into the light. And the last one is a sci-fi. It's called Early Riser by Jasper Ford, something like that. There's like 2 F's in it. But let me see if I can get that one on there better. There we go. There's a good spot. That's what that one is. Like I said, it's a sci-fi, which, you know me. But this one says, every winter the human population hibernates. During those bitterly cold 4 months, the nation is slow, draped landscape of desolate loneliness devoid of human activities. Well, not quite. Your name is Charlie Worthing, and it's your first season with the Winter Council. The committed but mildly unhinged group of misfits who are responsible for ensuring the hibernational, something like that, safe passage of the sleeping masses. You are investigating an outbreak of viral dreams, which you dismiss as nonsense. Nothing more than a quirky artifact born of sleeping minds. When the dreams start to kill people, it's unsettling. When you get the dreams too, it's weird. When they start to come true, you begin to doubt your sanity. But teasing truth from the winter is never easy. You have to avoid the villains and their pendants for murder. Kidnapped and stamp collection. Ensure you aren't eaten by the Nightwalkers, whose thirst for human flesh can only be satisfied by comfort food and sidestep the increasingly less than mythical winter Volk. But so long as you remember to warm up warmly, you'll be fine. Okay, that kind of sounds weird, doesn't it? But yeah, that one kind of sounds weird. I'm trying to figure out, like, if what's going on here. Actually don't know which one I want to pick. Normally I would have no hesitation and say I would get the sci-fi one, but I'm not sure, you guys. This one's kind of hard. Won't let me. But anyways, I'm thinking about, for sure, I think that one with Persephone? How do you say her name? For some reason, my phone is not cooperating. Won't let me, it's like freezing up or something, my phone, for some reason. Let's try this again. I think for sure I am going to get The Winter Sister. Okay, if I get The Winter Sister, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to get. The Winter Sister, for sure. That looks really interesting. So, I know I'm getting that one. I'm not going to tell you what the other one is, but I'm not really sure, like, what to get, because there's other books I can choose from too. I can like even go on and find something from like another month. There are some other books that I would love to read from other months that I didn't get. So it might be a surprise. I might not even get one of these ones. I might just get something else that's on here. Oh, cool. I saw something I could do if I went. I didn't know you can do this. Cool. Like you could go back, like really back, like they have where you can pick Enchante. I already had the Deceivers, but if you wanted Deceivers, you could pick it. The Astonishing Color of After and Wear Off, which is a young adult book. You can pick The Last Time I Lied. I think I got that one though. You can pick, I think you can even pick The Wife Between Us. You can pick an anonymous girl. You can pick Cross Her Heart, The Rules of Magic, a book called All Grown Up. You could pick something called The Secret History, Into Thin Air, Ready Player One. Yeah, there's a lot of them. You don't even have to go with the other ones. You can, well, the Lion Game sold out. You can read, yeah, there's some choices, you guys. So one of those ones I just mentioned might be my extra book. There's something called The Clockmaker's Daughter on here. There's An Absolute Remarkable Thing. There's a lot of good ones. Like a lot of good ones. I'll tell you guys what this is about in case you don't know. So, An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. This is the Carls, just a pair. Roaming through New York City at 3 a.m., 23-year-old April May stumbled across a giant sculpture, delighted by its appearance and craftsmanship, like a 10-foot-tall transformer. Wearing a suit of Samiar armor, April and her friend Andy makes a video with it, which Andy uploads to YouTube. The next day, April wakes up to a viral video and a new life. News quickly spreads that there are Carls in dozens of cities around the world, from Bingen, how do you say that name, to Buenos Aires. And April, as their first documentarian, finds herself at the center of intense international media spotlight. Seizing the opportunity to make her mark on the world, April now has to deal with the consequences her new particular brand of fame has on her relationship, her safety, and her own identity. And all eyes are on April to figure out not just what the Carls are, but where they came from. Wow. One sounds interesting too. I know it ain't a book of the month, but it's right now, but you can pick it. So I'm going to tell you a couple other ones that I might pick. I might pick this one. I might pick the one I just mentioned, what is it called? The sci-fi one that's for this month. Let's see, I'll tell you what The Clockmaker's Daughter is about. It's a historical fiction by Kate Morton. That's what that one looks like. And this one says, in the summer of 1862, a group of young artists led by the passionate and talented Edward Radcliffe descends upon Birchwood Manor on the banks of the Upper Thames, how do we say it? Their plan to spend a secluded summer month in a haze of inspiration and creativity, something like that. But by the time their stay is over, one woman has been shot dead, while another has disappeared. A priceless heirloom is missing, and Edward Radcliffe's life is in ruins. Over 150 years later, Elode, something like that, Winslow, a young art activist in London, uncovers a leather satchel containing two seemingly unrelated items: a spitta, something like that, photograph of an arresting-looking woman in Victoria clothing, and an artist's sketchbook containing the drawing of a twin gabled house on the bend of a river. Why does Birchwood Manor feel so familiar to Elid? Something like that. And who is the beautiful woman in the photograph? Will she ever give up her secrets? One kind of looks interesting too. Maybe I'll go with that one. Let me pick out a couple of more. I'll let you. I'm not going to tell you though which one I get it on this, but I figured I will at least give you what my choices might be.
Where did our cat go?
Who knows? She's probably hiding somewhere. I wish the lion game wasn't sold out. I would have gone probably for that one.
Oh,
okay, Robin, I'm doing a video, honey. Sorry, that's my daughter.
Hi.
She's saying hi. We'll get into the film now. Hi. With your messy hair.
I was planning on taking a shower later anyway.
Okay, we'll take one pretty soon.
Yeah, I might do it before a little bit. I might take it on.
Just trying to see what else there is. So that's why I'm being quiet, kind of, right this minute. What's this? North American Teenager, the field guide. I don't know. And we're off. Not sure what that is. New category, nonfiction. Yeah. Let's see if there's any other ones before I read the one. Yeah, True Crime, the library book. Let's see what this true crime one is. A thrilling account of a mysterious 1986 fire that destroyed thousands of books in the Los Angeles Public Library. On the morning of April 28th, 1986, a fire alarm sounded in the Los Angeles Public Library. As the moments passed, the patrons and staff who had been cleared out of the building realized this was not the usual fire alarm. As one fireman recounted, once the first stack got going, it was goodbye Charlie. The fire was disastrous. It reached 2,000 degrees and burned for more than 7 hours. By the time it was extinguished, it had consumed 400,000 books and damaged 700,000 more. Investigators descended on the scene, but more than 30 years later, the mystery remains. Did someone purposely set fire to the library? And if so, who? Weaving her lifelong love of books and reading into an investigation of fire, award-winning New York reporter and New York Times bestselling author Susan Orlean delivers a memorizing and uniquely compelling book that manages to tell the broader story of librarians and libraries in a way that has never been done before. It says in the library book, Orlean Chronicles, how you say that, the LAPL fire and its aftermath to showcase the larger critical role that the librarians play in our lives, devolves into the evolution of libraries across the country and around the world. From their humble beginnings as a metropolitan charitable initiative to their current status as a cornerstone of national identity, brings each department of the library to vivid life through on-the-ground reporting, studies arsons, and attempts to burn a copy of the book herself, reflects on her own experience in libraries, and re-examines the case of Harry Peck, the blonde-haired actor long suspected of setting fire to the LAPL LAPL more than 30 years ago. Along the way, Orlin introduces us to an unforgettable cast of characters from libraries past and present. From Mary Foy, who in the 1880s, at age 18 years old, was named the head of the Los Angeles Public Library at a time when men still dominated the role, to Dr. C. J.K. Jonas, a pastor, citrus farmer, and a polymath, something like that, known as the Human Encyclopedia, who roamed the library dispensing information from Charles Loomis, a wryly eccentric journalist and adventurer who is determined to make the LA Library one of the best in the world, to the current staff who do heroic work every day to ensure that their institution remains a vital part of the city it serves. I don't know if I would like that one. Let's look at two more, and then I'll tell you which ones I'm going to choose between. If I can get this thing to work. Oh, here we go. Another one that I think might be interesting is it's a historical fiction. It's called The Night Circus by Yangzi Cho or something like that. That's this one. And I'll tell you what that says. This one says, quick-witted, ambitious dressmaker, something like that, is stuck at an apprentice dressmaker, moonlighting as a dance hall girl to help pay off her mother's mahjong, something like that, debts, something like that. But when one of her dance partners accidentally leaves behind a gruesome souvenir, Jia plunges into a dark adventure, a mirror world of secrets and superstitions. 11-year-old Chinese houseboy Ren also has a secret, a promise he must fulfill to his dead master, to find his master's severe finger and bury it with its body. Ren has 49 days to do so, or his master's soul will wander the earth forever. It says, as the days tick relentlessly by, a series of unexplained deaths wreck the district, along with whispers of men who turn into tigers. Jia and Ren increasingly dangerous path crisscrosses through the lush plantations, hospital storage room, and ghostly dreamscapes. Man, oh geez, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. And one more. Let me find it. And then I'll let you know what I'm debating between. That Night Circus, the Night Tiger definitely looks, but if I can talk, looks good. What the heck is a man? Oh, I already read what that one was about. So you guys already know I picked The Winter Sister. The other one I am thinking about is, like I said, The Night Tiger. Let me see. I'm trying to find it now. Enchante, which I didn't read yet to you guys, but I'm sure everybody basically knows what it is. But that one, or let's see, or let me find it. Where did that one go? The library one. The library. Can't find it now. I hate when you found something a minute ago and then you can't find it again. You guys know what I'm talking about, the library one. Or the clockmaker's daughter looks good. I cannot find it. An absolute remarkable thing, or that library one that I can't find anywhere. Man, you guys, I just talked to you guys about it and I lost it. Do you hate when that happens? When the library book. Or Enchante, which I didn't mention. I mean, didn't tell you what it was about, but it's been talked about everywhere, so probably a lot of people know what that's about. But just in case, I will read this real quick. But this one says, Paris in 1789 is a labyrinth of twisted streets filled with beggars, thieves, revolutionaries, and magicians. When smallpox kills her parents, Camille Boone, something like that, must find a way to provide for her frail native sister while managing her vital brother. Relying on her petty magic, la mage, something like that, mirage, honneur, Camille painstakingly, how do you say that word, transformed scrapes of metal into money to buy the food and medicine they need. But when the coins won't hold their shape and her brother disappears with the family's savings, Camille must pursue a richer, more dangerous mart, the glittering courts of Louis the 16th. I can't remember if XV1 is 16th. And Marie Antoinette. With dark magic forbidden by her mother, Camille transforms herself into the Baroness de la Fonte and is swept up into life at the Palace of Versailles, something like that, where Ariscots, how do you say that word, both fear and hunger for love magic. There she gambles at cards, desperate to have enough to keep herself and her sister safe. Yet the longer she stays at the court, the more difficult it becomes to reconcile her resentment of the nobles with the enchantments of Versailles. And when she returns to Paris, Camille meets a handsome young balloonist who dares her to hope that love and liberty may be possible. But love magic has its cost, and when Camille loses control of her secret, the game she's playing turns deadly. Then revolution erupts, and she must choose love or loyalty, democracy or aristocracy. How do you say that word? Freedom of magic before Boston burns. Okay, so my final choice is for the last one. I'm not going to tell you which one I'm going to pick. So my choice is, one of the ones I will pick is either Enchanted, that library one, which I lost again. Always losing that poor library one. But anyways, the library one I mentioned. The Clockmaker's Daughter. And An Absolute Remarkable Thing. So one of those ones is going to be my final pick. I might wind up doing 2 books, because that would be only, I think it's $9.99, so it would only be $20 actually that I'm spending. So I might pick 2 books out of them, because like there's 4 that's really intriguing me. There's one I really, really want, but there's another one that I almost really want. So the one you know for sure I got is The Winter Sister by Megan Collins. And you'll find out next month, or this month, whenever I get the books, if I picked 1 more or 2 more and what they are. So what do you guys think? Should I do this from now on when I do book of the month? As long as I can find a book that might interest me, because if I don't find a book that interests me, I might just tell you what they are anyways, the books, but just tell you I skipped this month, that month. Something like that. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys like the way I did this. And if you guys would like me to do it for March. Yeah, that's my question for today. I know this is a long video, I'm sorry, but I really want to try to like change up my channel a little bit, so I'm trying to do different things. So yeah, let me know which one your favorite was from the descriptions. Do you think you would have picked 2 out of the 5 choices? Yeah. Did you think you would have picked, like if you would have added an extra one to your credit, do you think you would have picked another one through the February books, or would you do like I'm doing and pick one from one of the other titles? They even have like the proposal on here, Kingdom Copper, or whatever you want to call it, but I might be getting a copy of that, so I can't buy it in case I get it. I mean, there's a lot of good ones on here, you guys. Like a lot of different, like, if you wanted to try the kiss quotation, that's on here. It's not something I would read, but it's on there. If you wanted to read the Gilded Wolves, you can add that on there. You can get on the Come Up. You can get on Chante, the Deceivers, which I already have. You could get the Astonishing Color of After. You could get And We're Off. You could get this one that's called Top 10, whatever that is. I mean, there's a lot that you can choose from, you guys. Like, if you didn't want the book of the month. I mean, if you didn't want the, if you wanted to add something on. But yeah, you'll find out when I get my book of the month if I just get 1 extra or 2 extra and what they are. But like I said, I'm already going to get for sure the Winter Sister. And yeah, I will let you guys go. Remember, if you like this video, thumbs up. Let me know, like I mentioned, if you want me to do this for March. And yeah, if you like this video, thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And remember to hit the bell icons. The bell icon, so you'll know whenever a video of mine is uploaded to my station. And I don't know if anybody's ever done this in the past, but if they do, I'm sorry. If there's someone else, I'll, say sorry. And if you already saw someone do this type of a video, I know I see some people do the, like the picks for Amazon Prime. I've seen people do that, but I don't know if anybody's did the book of the month. So let me know if anybody did do the book of the month before, and I will credit them down below. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do this again for March. Even if I don't pick the book, I can at least inform you guys on what the books are. So yeah, I love you guys all. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will talk to you guys all later. Mwah!